Hey guys, Mortalvamp here, and yeah, you're kind of seeing a window right now on my monitor, and I'm going to explain what's going on. If you are a fan of World of Warcraft, you might have been catching on to some of the stuff that's been talked about as of recently, especially with the Sylvanas video that came out, and then following the next video that was a surprise to everyone, but basically titled Old Soldier. Yeah, that's kind of what the deal is that everybody's talking about. There's a, oh, what do you call it? A movement, I guess is the best way to put it, that's going on right now. And a lot of people are, filling into that movement and saying what they want to do and what they feel like. And to be honest, I'm not sure where I sit in this because, well, I've always been a fan of Sylvanas, and I understand what's going on, but I can't quite explain, the loyalties and the unloyalties to all that. So we'll just kind of go into that and talk about it. But here it is. So we are talking about a movement that's happening because of it. The movement is called No Honor, No Pauldrons. And believe it or not, this is happening in World of Warcraft, which kind of makes this MMO special. Of course, you know that this cinematic came out featuring Sourfang, and a lot of people's were shocked about it, but players immediately connected to the message. And after the past several weeks of Horde players feeling the that feeling of disenfranchised, they pretty much were ready to follow a war chief that holds honor above all else. So everybody looks at Sourfang and says, hey, this is the guy we want to follow. But some players are taking it a step further, displaying their support for a less violent horde in-game. Now, if you've seen the video with Taliesin, who talks about the possible third faction, I kind of hinted to that, within my guild, that that's a possibility of happening because, you have the this, I don't know, headbutting going on and so forth. And I do kind of feel like the Horde is going to probably want to follow Sourfang, where Sylvanas will walk out, but not be done being a leader, because I strongly agree with that, and that she might literally start her own undead faction. It's not unheard of. And don't think you're just looking at different individuals to be there. You're going to have so many wide possibilities, and I would totally throw that into as agreeing with Taliesin by saying, yes, this is possible. Yes, there is people he can or she can side with to really bring that together. And yes, there's a lot more to it, but since last week, Horde and even some Alliance players have hidden their shoulder armor in the menu or removed the pieces entirely. Since Warcraft is an MMO, this display of solidarity isn't just for the player's peace of mind, it can be seen and recognized by everyone in game. Where players used to see World of Warcraft's signature pauldrons or shoulders, they now see sheepish, bearish shoulders. And this is their way of kind of speaking up against it. So what I wanted to show you is going into some of the Twitter feeds that's in this article. You can see it says, "My hunter stands with the true horde, the horde that took in the blood elves when they had nowhere to go, the horde that gave the Tauren a lasting home, the horde that gripped the trolls tight and raised them from perdition." And you can see here it is for the horde, but no honor, no pauldrons. I mean, and this is just a continuous thing, as you can see, just one tweet after another, all standing with that, all standing with Sourfang, and even some Forsaken. And of course, they're asking for forgiveness from the Dark Lady herself. But I mean, this is a interesting little twist in events that's happening, and as you can see even with the multiple pictures here, no shoulders, well, pretty much taken off after looking at the burning of Tedrasil. But what is the idea here? I think Blizz has got this great idea to follow along and kind of bring an uprising to maybe open the door to something new. Now, it's unclear how Horde's situation will conclude in Battle of Azeroth, since a lot of us don't know the storyline, even though we've been through the wonderful beta and so forth, but there's something there. So players might have to wait until early 2020 when the expansion story will presumably be concluded. But no matter what, Horde players certainly have a confusing expansion ahead of them. And I think some of the Alliance players who are backing that up or trying to support that as well are feeling the same way. So it's a good question. Now, if you support this movement, let me know down in the comments. I'm kind of curious as to what your thoughts are in it as well. Or if you still support Sylvanas as war chief, and if she started her own faction, would you follow? So give me those comments down in the, let me know down in the comments. Also, if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to the video, and let's see where things go. Once we hit the 50 mark, folks, 50 subscriptions, I got contests that are ready to go. So please spread the word. Have people like and follow the subscription, or subscribe. There we go. That's it. And we'll get more going to you after a while. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.